Alright, YouTube, welcome back. So for the second video in this little series, I want to talk about the journey and talking about continuing. So in the last video, I mentioned about the power in starting. There is also a great power in continuing. I don't really know which part of the journey is the most important. Some will argue it's starting, some will say it's continuing, but I'm not too sure yet, so I'll just leave that up for debate. But in the sense of continuing, you need to have a sense of consistency about you. And consistency basically means showing up. It means keep doing it. It means getting the job done. And they don't sometimes I think why people aren't consistent is because they, again, just like starting, they mythicize continuing, they mythicize having consistency. They'll look at somebody who is consistent and they'll say, oh, they must have been born with some extra willpower, they must have been born with something extra. But growing consistency in yourself starts for something simple as writing it down. For example, making a promise to yourself. For example, well, again, let's go back to this painting. The way I got it done in 9 days was I decided every day I would dedicate no less than 45 minutes to it. I was not allowed to move and to do anything else unless I put 45 minutes of my day into the painting. I was allowed to do more, but I was not allowed to do less. And with that rule in my brain, I was able to at least put in a 45 minutes every day so that I could keep going. I have like a rule. You need a rule in your like to stay inconsistent. Like, again, just like for this in the starting video, yeah, there are some prodigies out here that have insane focus. They don't need rules. They don't need no like what should I say, like measuring stick, nothing. They could just keep going. But that's not everybody. That's why sometimes it's dangerous to listen to some of these gurus who are hyper successful, because sometimes they're part of a 1% of people that most of us aren't. Like most of us, we need a little encouragement, and most of us, we need rules, we need guidelines, we need something to tell ourselves. If you need to tell yourself, I'm going to dedicate an hour to fitness, tell yourself that. Don't if you're not the type of person who could just will yourself out of your bed, or will yourself to the gym, say, I will go to the gym 3 days a week. 3 days a week, and no, I will spend no less than 30 minutes in the gym. And then get your goal. Make that your, if that's your little goal for right now, make that your little goal. So that you go to the gym 3 days a week and you no less than 30 minutes in the gym. And then all of a sudden, when you keep up with that, it becomes part of you. That's how it really becomes part of you. You have to kind of like make it part of you. You have to train your brain and your body to like to do it, to attach itself to this new system. And for some people who may say, well, they may not have the ability to even do that, I would say, look at all the negative habits you have. Pay attention to how consistent we are. For example, like, here's a problem. I'm just going to be transparent. Pay attention to how consistent I am to wake up in the morning and go on Instagram. You understand? Pay attention to how consistent I am to, like, when I want to have some pastime, I go on a video game. That's very consistent. Which means, when you think about it, is you have potential to be consistent, but it's just about where that consistency is going. So we all have potential to be consistent. It's just where is it going? And in life, there's always the polar opposite. If light exists, the dark exists. If you do not, you can't convince me that you can only have bad habits. If you have consistent bad habits, that means you could definitely have consistent good habits that you can continue on in your journey. And in this leg of the journey, it's the most drawn out phase, and it's the phase which we will need a lot of endurance. Endurance, again, is built through staying with the time. For example, another thing you could do for like if you for those of you who may have a gym trainer, he will tell you do a certain amount. So the trainer will have you do a certain amount of push-ups, for example, 15 push-ups, and he will instruct you, don't do no less. What you notice after you do that for a couple of weeks, all of a sudden you want to go up to 30. You want to go up to 20, then 25, then 30. And then in a couple of weeks' time, you're doing an amount of push-ups that you never thought you'd be able to do. That's the power of endurance. And I guess for this segment of this series, I just want you to understand that learning how to continue, learning how to endure, and learning how to be consistent are all learned attributes that you could apply to yourself. So thanks for listening to this segment.